Have you thought of collaborating with other podcasters, but on your terms? Well, wait no more. Popcorn made it easy for you to launch a campaign in just minutes and receive ad proposals from other podcasters, and it's free to launch a campaign. There's no hidden fees, no exclusivities. Popcorn eliminated the middleman, giving brands and podcasters more value, transparency, freedom, and control. Head over to popcorn.com now to get started. That's PODCORN.com. Again, PODCORN.com.
Baby, you're my cocaine. She got me feeling like a dolphin. I'm addicted to a black queen, baby, you're my cocaine.
Welcome back to Love Life After, and if this is your first time tuning in today, my name is Christelle. I'll be your host today, and on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So, as you all know, if you listened to last week's episode, I mentioned a little bit about sexual assault, and since this is Sexual Assault Month, I want to just, touch base on a few things that, we need to be aware of. And, whether it's you're a man or a woman, just a certain thing that I feel like we need to all know about. But before we get started, I just want to pay a little tribute to DMX. First, I wanted to just say that to all his fans and his family, to all of you guys who love him, I want to pay my condolences because I know how it affected a lot of people. Even some people that I know that it really did affect them greatly. And with that being said, I believe that everything happened for a reason. I was going through YouTube the other day, and this video popped up of him where he pretty much shared his last words, and I got some things from it. Like some of the stuff that he said were so true. And it's so hard for people to believe, or for anybody to believe, when you're grieving, that to believe that whatever that was supposed to happen happened for a reason. But I want people to go ahead and search for DMX last words. Those words were very powerful. He said something about always going to God's will is always going to be God's will. He also say, don't try to understand it. Just do the right thing and learn to pray for yourself. And then he say how, if you believe in God and with God, that everything will be all right. So I just thought those words were very powerful. Pretty much he was just trying to remind people to believe in God and to have faith. That you are going to be all right. And then he wanted to let people know, I believe that he wanted to let people know that he's all right and that he fulfilled his destiny and then that he's good where he's at. So just rest in peace to DMX. He's definitely a God child. And I believe that we all need to live by faith. We definitely need to live by faith and not by fear. And let's just get into, the words, whenever we can, because it's very important to be close and to have a relationship with God. So when is our time that we could feel like we fulfill our destiny. I honestly do believe that he definitely fulfilled his destiny. I mean, something that I feel like growing up, everyone knew this song, and this part is actually one of my favorite parts. I feel like everybody needs to do what's right and just know that we are going to be okay. And again, I am so sorry for I'm sorry for the loss that you guys have endured. And I believe that he's watching out for all of you guys. Rest in peace, DMX. Okay. So I was watching this show called Love and Marriage. And let me tell y'all, I just don't get it. I don't get anything about it. I don't even know why this show exists. But, if y'all like the show, mind you, that's fine. One of my clients actually told me to watch it. And I started I literally only watched maybe one episode of maybe like the Huntersville or something like that. But um I don't really know what to think of it, but I do have some questions for you guys. So if y'all have answers, please like hashtag love life after podcast. Just hashtag me and mention love that life after. Okay, so my questions is why is it hard for anyone to just tell the truth and be honest in any relationship at all? Like, I just don't get it. Why do people lie? Why do you feel the need to lie? If you feel like you need to lie to somebody, other than like keeping a surprise for a present or an anniversary, something, like, what's the point of lying? If you have to lie, why be in a relationship at all? Why waste your time? Like, why? Like, please, if y'all have answers, I need the answer to this question. And then another thing, if people saying, "Oh, I have feeling for someone else and I would like to pursue those feelings with other people." Be in an open relationship, right? Like if you feel like you want to be with other people in any relationship at all, have an open relationship or just go be with somebody else. Like break it off, do something. Like I just don't get it, people. Like so please like let me know what y'all think about these. And then another um question I have is why even start any relationship at all when you know this is not something that you want to pursue? Like if this is not nothing long term, what's the point of staying in that relationship? Okay, so y'all please, I need answers. I want to know what y'all think. And I mean, isn't it, I don't really honestly don't get it. If you have to cheat or want to cheat, why be in a relationship at all? But why is it so hard? Like, I just don't understand because I am so confused. Why is it hard? To me, it's just ridiculous, but that's just me. But, anyways, I would love to hear what you guys think. I will hear your thoughts. So please, again, use hashtag love life after to answer and also use at love that life after. I really want to know what you guys think or email us if you guys have any question or if you want to share anything about that, and we will love to hear about it. Collaborate with podcasters on your terms. Launch a campaign in minute and receive ad proposals from podcasters. Visit podcorn.com for details. Let's shift gears a little. I just want to take this time real quick to share a little bit to you about me and let you guys know why I am a survivor and one of the reasons why I created this platform in the first place that I never really talked about. I want to remind people that I am not anyone's victim. Absolutely not. Why I chose not to let things get to me and why I don't care about what anyone says or think of me and why I go so hard to empower women. And so this is why I feel like I'm a survivor. And I don't let things get to me and to the point where somebody just pushes those buttons. Once someone pushed the button where that button's been hidden like way back then, like it's just been hidden, not talked about, not mentioned, and people don't know because you choose not to share those stories with anybody. And not necessarily because I'm ashamed or trying to protect, the person, but it was because I wasn't ready to talk about. And for so long, like sometime where, I'm in a situation where I feel like, oh my God, I should talk about this with this person. And I just like blank and then I stop and then I don't mention it. But before I do share that story with you guys, I just want y'all to know like, this is why I'm a survivor. I am a survivor, not in any particular reason, but just because I am a woman first. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful kids. I'm a wife. I'm a leader. I own several businesses. I survived diseases, sexual assault, adultery survivor, fighter, idealist, advocate, and so much more. I am so much more than just that. It took me so long to be comfortable enough to talk about this. It wasn't until recently where I went to therapy and my therapist, brought it back up, and then he was like, when was the last time you actually talk about this? Because when I first originally wanted to start the podcast, Love Life After, or it was originally supposed to be Live Life After, that was part of the reason why I started the podcast. But I never really talked to the ladies about it. So this is why I feel like this is like the best opportunity for me to like talk about it and share this story um, by myself and talk to myself so I could live through those and deal with it. Because when my therapist told me, Christelle, she said, I feel like you need to talk about this to yourself. Like, you need to look at yourself and then you need to talk about it. And I was like, you know what? I can't do that. I'm not ready to do that. So when I finally realized that I do need to talk about it, it dawned on me like, man, um, people said they know me or they know, what I've been through, but they have no idea. And to make like the ones that do know me understand why I am the way I am, why I don't let things get to me, why I choose to do what I do in my life, or why I choose to like empower women, period. One of the reasons was that sexual assault. And if you don't know what sexual assault is pretty much like an act in which a person intentionally sexually touch you or touch it another person without their consent or coerce them in any kind of physical force or to engage in any sexual will that they don't give no consent for. And it's also sexual violence, which is like, it could be anything from like child sexual abuse, um, anything like that torture a person in any sexual manner. Honestly, like it actually feel liberating to say it out loud to myself. It's been a while because even in therapy, I don't normally try to say it. Um, but the fact that I'm sitting here, literally sitting here, and I could acknowledge that that happened to me. And I survived that and I moved on from it. Well, technically, I didn't move on from it because it was still always there that I always bring it up. But it's okay because I was told that when you talk about something, you feel better. It's just a healing process. But I've healed from like so many things that happened to me, but that was one of the things that I was still struggling with. That was one of the things that I never actually healed from. And I'm on that journey now where I could heal from it. And I have so many help, like from my therapist, from like support groups, like people that I talk to on a regular basis. And even like start setting boundary where not to try to sugarcoat things with other people that are around me, because a lot of the time when you're going through this and you don't like people don't know, people around you don't know, or there's triggers. Like I just literally maybe like last year where I started feeling myself again. Like I started feeling like, hey, I'm in a better place now with my, like, as far as me go, as far as my mental go. But a lot of people that I'm around, some of like maybe only a few people knew, um, but nobody really like talk about that. We don't really talk about that because it's something that it just get put in a back burner, especially in our community. And that's why, like, being that is, especially now that it's sexual assault month, I feel like I wanted to tell people, encourage people, like anybody who's been sexually assaulted, like Anybody who's deal with anything of that sort, like I just want you guys to know that you are not alone. There are support groups out there that can help you. You could talk to therapists. Like there's so many resources out there now that you could go to and without feeling ashamed, without feeling like you've done anything wrong, or without, trying to say that, like sometimes, like I said earlier, it's not about protecting that person. It's more so about freeing yourself. So, in order for you to heal, you actually have to accept that it happened, and then you have to move on from it. And I always tell people that, like, you have to accept it. But I was preaching, but not really doing that for myself because I never really accepted that that happened to me. So now that I'm getting help, and I'm healing from this disease, um, I want to help people. Whatever I could do to help, I want to do it. I want you to know if you've been like in, again, if you have been assaulted, like I want you to know that I believe you. And if there's anything I could do, any way I could connect you with people, like I want to help because I know it's a scary time. Um, Like it's really scary to go through that, especially going through it alone. Like you're not alone. There's help out here, people that can help you. And if you need help funding like any of your local crisis center, just go to nccasa.org/get dash help. Just nccasa.org/get help, and anybody there will help you. They will support you. And if even if like if you don't know, what to say, or if you just want somebody to like talk to you about, if you just want to get information, just ask, and then they will definitely help you. um and also, if you're not really sure what it is, it could be like I said earlier, it could be anything. I kind of mentioned it a little bit in a last episode, but it could be anything such as like sexual harassment, coercing, manipulating, threatening, intimate partner rape, assault somebody, like having sex without your consent, like inappropriate touching you while you're in, like while you're sleeping, intoxicated, otherwise, like anything that you were unable to consent, like any sexual exploitation or trafficking, sharing private photos of you, of others without your consent, like childhood abuse, any of that. Okay, that's all is a sexual violence. It's an assault that you do not give consent for. Okay, and there's help out there for you, and anybody could, anybody, if you contact those people, they could help you. And if you want to talk to someone about something like that happened to you, you could definitely go there and talk to them at the National Assault Hotline. You could call, that number is actually 1-800-656-HOPE. That's 4673. Again, 1-800-656-HOPE. I will make sure to put that in the description box so you don't miss it, okay? I love you guys so much. On that note, I know that was a lot, that was a handful, but we're going to shift a little. Something more positive, like the Queen's Brunch that's coming up soon. Well, actually, this week. All right, Queens. So I got a lot of messages on how you could become a member on Brunch with Queen. So Brunch with Queen was started, presented by Love Life After, just to try to encourage women and uplift and network with other women. And if you did select it, if you accepted, I'm sorry, if you accepted our invite on Facebook, then you are automatically a member as long as you attend all of our events that we do. If you have Facebook, look for the group or at me and I'll send you a message, and just let me know that you would like to join. My Facebook is Christelle Wilson, just Christelle Wilson. That's CHRISTELLE, WILSON. And I do want to say thank you so much for the love that you guys have shown. We've only had like the very first event, and I had so many feedback, and I just love the love that you guys are showing us. Um, if you are in a Raleigh, Durham area, the tri area, just like contact me, or if you want to just be a part or join us in all the group activity that we have planned going on this year. Just hit me up and I will definitely add you. We also have a Instagram where it's Brunch with Queens, and I cannot wait to grow with this group of amazing queens, that are open-minded and just willing to collaborate with other women. That's just like so powerful to me, and just I can't wait. And like, just guys, like, imagine what we can accomplish. Imagine what we could do with like women, women empowerment. Like, so I'm just super excited and I cannot wait. And I do want to say thank you to all the members right now, for embarking on this journey with us. And if you are on the page, I want you to go drop a selfie and say one positive thing about yourself. And I want to see all my queens on the feed, okay? Don't be shy. And I will see you guys on future events. And I'm so excited to grow, to have this with you guys. Man, that was a lot, wasn't it? That was so much information today. I just feel so free right now after admitting all my flaws, letting go of all the negative spirit that I've been holding, that's been holding me back for years, all my insecurity, the guilt that I've been having. I cannot believe how I just feel so liberating. And now I could finally value my boundaries, and I can honestly say I'm grateful for my family and all the support systems in my life, and I'm just looking forward to what the future got in store for me, and I just can't wait. With that being said, y'all know I'm trying to empower and uplift some of the greatest black queens in history, and this week's queen is Miss Angela Davis. Miss Angela Davis is revolutionary American educator. She is a former Black Panther who has fought for race, class, and gender equality over the years. Ms. Davis is an author and she's also an advocate of prison reform. And if you get a chance, make sure to get her book called Women, Race, and Class, one of her most popular ones. Miss Davis is a philosopher. She is a professor at the University of California, Cruz. If you get a chance, make sure to shed light on Miss Davis. So thank you guys so much again for listening. If you have any questions, any concerns, or just like to say anything about today's topics, just please make sure to go to lovelifeafter18@gmail.com. Hit us up on all of our social medias at Love That Life After. And again, I want to say thank you again for today. And the last quote that I'm going to leave for today, just don't judge my choices without understanding my reasons. And people that spend time looking for fault in others should spend time correcting their own. All right, God, peace. Thank you.
I know I'm addicted. I know I'm addicted. No, I'm addicted.